In Hollywood, there are few directors who earn the trust in a way that whatever they make, for me, Christopher Nolan is one of them. Only a handful reach that level. In the landscape of TV, Vince Gilligan fits that category. He's proven he's a match brilliant through his past work, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, two of the greatest TV shows of all time. 3 years after Better Call Saul wrapped up in 2022, he's finally back with his new show, Pluribus. Sci-fi is my favorite genre, but when it comes to Vince, I'm too go.
Blue, yellow, pink. Whatever, man. Just keep bringing me that.
Jokes aside, my first impression of the show is slow. I wish there was more dialogue and event, to be honest. But it doesn't mean I was bored. In fact, I was captivated by the visuals, great cinematography, and direction. Even though Pluribus has nothing to do with the Breaking Bad universe, it has its DNA. From the tone, to direction, to lighting, to music, to filming locations, to Easter eggs. We can feel Vince everywhere. The very first scene of the show is this: a guy waiting a car out of nowhere. Doesn't it remind you of something? Yes, the first scene of Breaking Bad. Look at the resemblance. It's definitely intentional. As a huge fan of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, I cannot miss it. Vince Gilligan's written all over it. One of the best examples is its cold opens. Specifically, episode 2, Parallel Lady. It opens with a disheveled lady cleaning up a mess. Then she rides a moped through a devastated town in Morocco. You can see smoke rising here and there in the background, which indicates damage and casualties caused by the joining. In the end, she gets on board an airplane and walks into the cockpit and casually flies away. That's the entire cold open. It lasts about 5 minutes. No dialogue, no context. So what is happening? We have no idea how this ties into the main story. But 30 minutes in, she shows up to Carol's house, looking completely different, clean and elegant. This is when we realize, okay, this is a lady from the cold open. Alright. It starts to make sense. This cold open retroactively gains meaning. This is Vince Gilligan's foreshadowing. He's been doing this since Breaking Bad. It's effective in setting the tone for the episode and keeping the audience engaged. Also, this cold open is crucial for the narrative because it demonstrates abilities of the hive mind. The hive mind, they know someone who looks like a character from Carol's book is going to help them get through to her. So they pick this specific individual in Morocco, of all places. They could have chosen someone close enough in the US, but they went out of their way to bring over the right person for the role. It doesn't matter where they are, they can bring anyone effortlessly. So this cold open showcases what they're capable of using their collective consciousness. This is Vince Gilligan telling a story through visuals. His direction and the writing elevate to a whole new level in a way that it feels fresh and engaging. As soon as the virus leaks and starts infecting people, we all know where it's going. It's predictable, right? But how the scenes play out, how the story unfolds, is so visually engaging and playful that it keeps us on the edge of our seat. I know people are frustrated with the uneventfulness of the show and the lack of dialogue and human interaction, but this storytelling style lends itself to setting the tone, building tension, and connecting with the audience on a deeper level. For the most part, we're just watching Carol moving around, going through things, and working on something in order to undo the situation. But these seemingly empty scenes are essential to convey her feelings. We can feel her frustration and loneliness through her facial expressions, mannerisms, and actions. As independent as she is, we can feel her loneliness growing. So it makes us wonder if she's going to keep on doing this or finally give in. It's an effective and profound visual storytelling. I get it, it can be boring now, but you need to be patient and give it more time. The payoff will be worth it. I did enjoy the first few seasons of Better Call Saul. It was underwhelming, but how the plot, characters, relationships, and world building slowly compound season by season and culminate in the final season was beautiful. It was masterfully done. And I'm pretty sure the same thing is going to happen to Pluribus. So let's have faith in Vince. He knows what he's doing. He's going to blow our mind again. Also, before I end the video, I want to talk about the social commentary aspect of the show because it's relevant, right? this whole hive mind, how they give Carol whatever she wants. It's an algorithm for AI and automation, right? Tools like ChatGPT, instant gratification, immediate convenience, right? I have questions and they give you answers in detail. I want to have a dream dinner. They can arrange it. They can make it happen, right? Like on the surface, it's great, awesome, right? But there's a lot of consequences beneath it. Like it impedes human growth and development, right? It's this is what's happening to us through with ChatGPT and a lot of AI tools, right? It is effectively killing humanity and impeding kids' development, right? It's alarming. If we rely on this thing, you will be like lazy and lose cognitive abilities, critical thinking will be numb, our brains will be numb and dull and less functional, I guess. So it's not as good as it seems, right? Like just because it is transformative doesn't mean it should exist. So like asbestos, nuclear energy weapons, right? We need to draw the line at some point to for humanity, right? And civilization as a whole. So it's thought-provoking. Watching the show reminds me of all these things and issues we are facing. And also, this is a satire on the performative nature of, modern society and loss of individuality. Like everything I see in society is kind of fake and phony, not authentic, right? They have in mind how these people act, move, speak, fake smiling, the kind of stuff. It reminds me of people I see in the workplaces, how they communicate, how they interact with each other, how they have all these bullshit small talk like, hey, how are you? What did you do last weekend? And they are just following the script and nothing authentic there, nothing genuine there anymore. People are just going on autopilot and being NPC characters, just going through the motions, right? Nobody's authentic, genuine, real anymore. And this show reminds me of that aspect of the society. It's really resonating. And Carol represents people like me who are allergic to the fakeness of the society and refusing to like fit in with them. So yeah, it's you know, it resonates with me. Yeah. Yeah, overall the show is great. Great writing, great acting, great cinematography and everything. So I can't wait to see the final episode. It's gonna be dropped in a couple of days. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Bye.